The Awakening Under Fire. New moon, a cursed beginning. It started with the sun. A solar flare unlike any in recorded history erupted, smashing satellites and raining auroras over every horizon. But it wasn't just solar radiation that hit Earth. Hidden within the cosmic storm was something else, a frequency older than Earth itself. In a quarantined lab near the Himalayas, scientists detected a surge of radiation seeping through the mountains. Buried beneath the rock was something vast, something ancient, and now something alive. Dragon, the first roar. The ground split apart. From the fissure rose Alien Godzilla, but not as before. This was not an accident of nature. It was a curse of radiation itself. Obsidian black scales rippled with glowing red fissures. Crystalline spines shimmered like jagged alien towers, and its 4 alien eyes lit the sky with crimson beams. Its first roar shattered the valley, knocking down helicopters like leaves in a storm. The radiation pouring from its body was lethal. Forests withered, rivers boiled. The curse had awoken. Milky Way, the heroes respond. Half a world away, alarms blared in orbit. Nebula Man hovered in the void of space, cape rippling in zero gravity, cosmic aura pulsing like a storm. His glowing eyes focused on Earth as data streamed into his armor. "It's happening again," he whispered. But this time, the radiation itself is alive. From a solar field above Earth, Solarion streaked across the atmosphere, golden aura blazing like a comet. His starburst emblem burned hotter than ever, drawing strength from the very solar storm that had cursed the monster awake. They met above the Himalayas, hovering over the boiling storm clouds. Nebula Man's voice was steady. "We've faced extinction before, but this is different." Solarion's eyes narrowed. "It's not just a monster. It's a wound in the Earth itself." High voltage, the first clash. Alien Godzilla climbed free of the mountain, its massive form outlined in crimson light. Its crystalline spines arced lightning into the storm, each bolt vaporizing entire villages. And its 4 eyes locked on the sky. It saw them. With a roar, it unleashed a beam of pure radiation that ripped the clouds apart. Nebula Man countered with a shield of nebula energy, the impact exploding like a small sun. Solarion dove headfirst, crimson cape blazing, and slammed into the beast's jaw with a star-charged punch. The monster staggered, but only for a moment. Its claws lashed out, tearing apart the mountain, and sent shockwaves that hurled both heroes back. Globe showing Europe, Africa, humanity watches in horror. Across the world, cameras captured the fight. News feeds showed villages reduced to ash, entire rivers glowing from radiation, and a monster towering above the storm. For the first time, fear wasn't just about survival. Scientists realized something chilling. The radiation was spreading. Every second Alien Godzilla existed, Earth itself was poisoned. The spreading plague. Milky Way shockwaves across the world. The radiation blast did not end in the Himalayas. As Alien Godzilla roared, the shockwave of red energy rippled across continents. Crops in India blackened in seconds, rivers in China shimmered with toxic light, and satellites flickered with static before dropping from orbit. It wasn't just power, it was contamination. The monster was rewriting Earth's biology with every step. New moon humanity's fear. In Geneva, global leaders argued in chaos. Some screamed for nuclear strikes. Others begged for evacuation of entire regions. Dr. Yara Kessler, the astrophysicist who first tracked the solar storm, slammed her fist on the table. "You don't understand. Nuclear weapons will feed it. Radiation makes it stronger. The more you fight it the wrong way, the faster the Earth dies." The room went silent. Crossed swords, the heroes bleed. High above the burning Himalayas, Nebula Man and Solarion regrouped. Their bodies were battered, but their wills were unbroken. Nebula Man's cosmic armor flickered, fissures spreading across its surface. "This thing isn't just alive. It's a reactor. Every wound we inflict makes it burn hotter." Solarion's aura burned brighter in defiance. "Then we don't weaken it. We redirect it." Drain it until it has nothing left. He clenches fists, golden veins glowing. But to do that, I'll need to burn myself hotter than ever before. Dragon Alien Godzilla evolves. The monster's body rippled. Its spines grew sharper, longer, splitting into crystalline towers. Its 4 alien eyes turned upward, scanning the heroes like prey. Then it did something terrifying. It roared, and the land responded. Fissures opened across the Himalayas, and smaller creatures crawled out. Mutated beasts twisted by radiation, wolves with molten skin, birds with glowing skeletal wings, and serpents with crystal fangs. The curse was spreading soldiers. Globe showing Europe, Africa, the world joins in. Across the globe, humanity prepared for a war of survival. In New York, experimental plasma cannons were mounted on skyscrapers. In Tokyo, engineers activated orbital mirrors to reflect solar beams into concentrated weapons. In the deserts of Nevada, scientists built a prototype dark matter siphon designed to drain cosmic energy. But none of it would matter if the heroes fell here. High voltage, the clash of powers. Solarion dove first, a streak of golden fire. His fists burned like miniature suns as he pummeled the beast's chest, cracking its armored scales. Alien Godzilla staggered, but countered, claws swiping with enough force to shatter mountains. Solarion was hurled through a glacier, his crimson cape torn to ribbons. Nebula Man rose higher, his aura bending the fabric of space. With both hands, he summoned cosmic chains of nebula light, wrapping them around the monster's limbs. The beast roared in fury, thrashing violently, glaciers shattering, mutated creatures scattering. New Moon, the horror of radiation. But as Nebula Man tightened his cosmic chains, something unexpected happened. Alien Godzilla spines pulsed. Radiation surged up the chains, corrupting them, and lashed back into Nebula Man. His body convulsed, veins glowing red, as though the curse itself tried to crawl inside him. Solarion screamed, "Nebula, let go!" But Nebula Man's grip held. "If I release it, millions die." Milky Way, a desperate gambit. Solarion rose again, fury blazing. His body burned so brightly it scorched the clouds, golden aura expanding. He channeled all his energy into his starburst emblem, preparing a solar burst that could shatter continents. But the risk was clear. Too much power, and he might burn himself away. "Better me than the Earth," he growled. He dove at the monster again, chest glowing like a second sun. The monster's evolution. New Moon humanity strikes back. Global leaders had no choice. With Nebula Man on the brink of corruption and Solarion risking self-destruction, Earth's militaries unleashed their most desperate weapons. In Nevada, the dark matter siphon fired for the first time, bending gravity and pulling at the monster's aura. From orbit, solar mirrors converged beams of pure sunlight onto the Himalayas, scorching the battlefield. Across the Pacific, submarines launched experimental quantum warheads designed to fracture radiation itself. The Earth shook as every weapon struck at once. Alien Godzilla staggered, its armored hide glowing white-hot, mountains collapsing under its thrashing. For a moment, it looked as if humanity had succeeded. But then, the world learned the truth. Dragon Alien Godzilla's second form. The beast's body absorbed the attacks. Its scales cracked open, revealing glowing fissures of molten crimson. Its spines grew taller, splitting into jagged crystal towers, pulsing with energy. Its roar deepened into a sound that rattled bones across continents. Alien Godzilla had evolved. Radiation was not its weakness. It was its fuel. Crossed swords, the hero's return. Solarion rose from the rubble, his starburst emblem cracked but still glowing. This thing feeds on destruction. Every weapon we use makes it worse. Nebula Man, still trembling from the corruption in his veins, tightened his fists. His glowing eyes burned white. Then we stop fighting it like men and start fighting it like gods. Milky Way, the battle of the Titans. The two heroes attacked in unison. Solarion became a blazing comet, fists smashing against the monster's chest in a storm of solar bursts. Nebula Man split into astral projections of himself, striking from every angle, cosmic chains slicing into the beast's crystal spines. Alien Godzilla roared, unleashing a radiation pulse so strong it flipped entire glaciers upside down. Solarion caught the pulse head-on, his armor sizzling, cape disintegrating into ash. Nebula Man dove beneath the wave, chains locking around the monster's jaws. "Bite this," he growled, tightening with the force of a collapsing star. New Moon Earth cracks open, but the monster wasn't done. Its claws slammed into the ground, ripping open fissures that spread for miles. From the cracks, smaller abominations crawled out, ant-like creatures with molten chitin, serpents with crystalline wings, and hulking beasts with glowing skulls. The Earth wasn't just its battlefield anymore. The planet itself was becoming its hive. High-voltage Solarion's gambit. Hovering above, Solarion made a decision. His body burned brighter than ever, aura blazing like a newborn sun. If it feeds on power, then let it choke on mine. He hurled himself downward, starburst emblem unleashing a stellar nova. The explosion ripped across the battlefield, vaporizing thousands of the smaller creatures and blasting Alien Godzilla to its knees. But the cost was visible. Solarion crashed to the ground, his crimson cape gone, his armor cracked, his breathing shallow. Milky Way Nebula Man's desperation. Nebula Man stood alone, chains reforging around his arms, aura trembling. He looked at Solarion's broken form, then at the monster rising again. For the first time, doubt flickered in his glowing eyes. "How do you fight something that only grows stronger the harder you hit it?" he whispered. Alien Godzilla's crimson spines pulsed, charging for another world-ending blast. Nebula Man raised his arms, cosmic energy burning dangerously bright. He had one last move, but it might consume him completely. The Wrath unleashed. New Moon, the battlefield of ruin. The Himalayas no longer looked like mountains. They were jagged craters glowing red with molten rivers. Ash clouded the skies, blocking out the sun. Cities far away felt the tremors, as if the world itself was groaning in pain. Alien Godzilla towered in the center of it all, its second form burning with crimson fissures. Each step cracked the earth wider. Its glowing spines pulsed like reactors on the edge of meltdown. From the wreckage, Solarion lay on one knee. His armor hung in fragments, veins of silver energy flickering weakly under his skin. But his eyes, still fierce, still unbroken. Nebula Man hovered above, aura raging, but his hands trembled. The cosmic chains that wrapped around his arms were fraying, splitting into threads of pure, unstable energy. If he pushed further, he might win, but he also might become the very thing he was fighting. High-voltage Solarion's defiance. "Nebula," Solarion rasped, coughing blood as molten debris rained around him. "Don't you dare do this alone." He forced himself to rise, planting his cracked boots into the scorched earth. His starburst emblem, half-burned, flickered back to life. Solarion looked like a warrior standing at the edge of his final dawn. Alien Godzilla turned, eyes glowing molten red, and unleashed a shockwave roar that flattened the remaining peaks. Solarion smirked. "I'm still here, you oversized nightmare." And with a scream of defiance, he hurled himself forward, blazing like a comet, fists glowing with the last of his solar fury. Dragging the monster's wrath. But Alien Godzilla was faster now. Its crystalline tail whipped through the air, smashing Solarion mid-flight. The impact cracked the ground for miles. Solarion crashed hard, a crater forming beneath his broken body. The beast lifted its glowing maw, charging another world-ending radiation beam. Nebula Man dove, cosmic aura exploding around him. His chains lashed around the monster's neck, dragging its jaw skyward just as the blast fired. The sky ripped open, carving a molten scar through the clouds, tearing satellites into pieces. Earth itself shook. Milky Way Nebula Man's breaking point. The cosmic hero strained, veins glowing white-hot, his aura flickering violently. His eyes burned like collapsing stars. He could hear the whispers now. the voice of the cosmos, deep and ancient. Unleash it, become more. Sacrifice the man, be only the power. Nebula Man roared, pulling harder, wrapping more chains, until Alien Godzilla's spines cracked and bled molten light. The monster bellowed, thrashing, but Nebula held. For a moment, it looked like the tide had turned. High-voltage Solarion's final spark. Then a hand gripped Nebula's shoulder. It was Solarion, half destroyed but still alive. His crimson cape was gone, his armor glowing only in fragments, but his aura still flickered like embers. "You can't carry this alone," he whispered. "Let me burn the last of my son." Together, their eyes locked, one glowing white with cosmic fury, the other burning with solar fire. Nebula nodded. Globe showing Europe, Africa, the combined strike. Both heroes rose into the sky, chaining their powers together. Nebula's cosmic aura coiled around Solarion's radiant energy, weaving into a storm unlike anything the world had seen. Alien Godzilla roared and fired its largest radiation beam yet, molten red tearing across the battlefield. But the two heroes didn't dodge. They met it head-on. Solarion's chest starburst burned like a supernova. Nebula's chains glowed with collapsing galaxies. Together, they cut through the monster's blast, shredding it apart, bending the very laws of physics. Alien Godzilla staggered, spine shattered, fissures glowing dangerously unstable. For the first time, the monster looked weakened. The last dawn. New moon, the final transformation. The battlefield was silent for a heartbeat. Then Alien Godzilla screamed, a sound so deep the atmosphere itself quaked. Its entire body ruptured with light. Scales split open, revealing molten crystal armor beneath. Its spines doubled in size, glowing like volcanic towers. Its eyes, for now, burned molten gold. A second set of jagged wings erupted from its back, dripping with liquid radiation. This was its final form, Alien Godzilla, the Wrath Titan. It no longer looked like a monster. It looked like an extinction-level god. Milky Way, the hero's last stand. Nebula Man knelt, chains flickering weakly. Solarion crawled beside him, his emblem cracked, aura barely glowing. "Can you still fight?" Nebula asked, his voice strained. Solarion coughed, blood painting his lips. "Fight? No. But burn? Always." They both looked up at the towering abomination as it gathered energy in its chest, preparing a beam that could vaporize the earth itself. This was it. No more second chances. High-voltage Solarion's sacrifice. Solarion placed his hand on Nebula Man's shoulder. His eyes burned with a dying sun's fury. "My star is almost out. Let me give it to you." Before Nebula could protest, Solarion unleashed his life force energy. His crimson aura flared, rushing into Nebula's body like wildfire. His armor shattered piece by piece, veins glowing silver until his entire form blazed like a collapsing star. "I was born from a sun," Solarion whispered. "Now let me die as one." And with that, Solarion launched upward, straight into the monster's maw. Alien Godzilla's beam erupted, but Solarion met it head-on, becoming a blazing pillar of light. The battlefield was consumed in a white-hot storm. New Moon Nebula Man's final chains. Solarion's sacrifice gave Nebula one chance. His body now pulsed with solar energy, his cosmic chains reforged into blinding strands of starfire and nebula dust. His eyes glowed white gold, his aura burning like a supernova. He screamed with fury, launching forward. Chains wrapped around Alien Godzilla's spines, wings, and jaws, binding the creature as it roared and thrashed. "You fed on radiation," Nebula growled, pulling tighter. "Let's see if you can survive the death of a star." Milky Way, the cosmic execution. Nebula Man dragged the beast into the air, higher and higher, until they broke through the clouds and entered the edge of space. The earth below glowed blue and fragile. Above them, the void waited. Alien Godzilla unleashed its last roar, radiation blazing from every fissure. But Nebula's chains tightened, glowing brighter, feeding on Solarion's final gift. For Earth, Nebula Man shouted, wrapping the chains around himself and the beast. And then he ignited. A blinding cosmic detonation consumed them both. The explosion lit up the night sky, brighter than any sunrise. People across the earth looked up and saw a second sun burning for just a moment before fading into silence. New moon aftermath. The monster was gone. The mountains were leveled. The cracks sealed. The radiation storms cleared. But Nebula Man and Solarion were nowhere to be seen. The world mourned, yet also stood in awe. The heroes had given everything, their sacrifice etched into the earth itself. Milky Way epilogue, the dawn after darkness. Months later, children in a ruined village looked up at the sky. For a brief second, in the stars above, they swore they saw a crimson streak of light and a violet nebula glow side by side. Legends whispered that the two heroes had not died, but become something greater, guardians in the cosmos, watching over Earth forever. Clapperboard cinematic ending line. The curse of radiation was broken, but the memory of their sacrifice burned brighter than any sun. The end.